All right. Now on to our special guest. Everybody, we're so happy you're here to honor our good friend Danielle del Sol, who's been the director of the PRC for 14 years, and thought we should talk and kind of celebrate this auspicious occasion. So welcome, Danielle. So 14 years is a long time anywhere.
It's a long time.
Wait, did we give you a microphone?
Oh,
we did not.
Let me,
grab that one. Perfect. Sorry about that. You walked in right on time and
it's all good.
didn't get there. 14 years is a long time anywhere, and you've been at the PRC for even longer than that, haven't you?
Well, so I started as an intern at the PRC 15 years ago.
And not many people do tours of duty that long.
Yeah, it's true.
What are some of the things you're most proud of in all your time there, and that you would pass on to us as wisdom about our fair city here at the PRC? Perfect.
Well, I want to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all so much for bearing with me here. It's so kind of you and Lauren. This place is so completely special. It is so unique in the world, and every single historic property matters. And I know that it gets hard. I mean, y'all are the front line. You are the ones dealing with it every single day. You're dealing with the rotting wood. You're dealing with the termites. You're dealing with the city and permitting and the HDLC, and it's a pain in the behind. And I know that's true. But I also know that the 90% of the rest of the country looks exactly the same. And it's sprawl, and it's strip malls, and it's new construction. It's materials that are going to be rotted themselves in 30 years and go into a landfill. These houses have lasted 100 years, 150 years. They will last 150 more years if we take good care of them. And again, it's expensive and it's onerous, but it's so worth it because the city's amazing. The buildings are amazing. And that is something that I am so grateful to have experienced for 15 years. And I hope that you all are reminded of that on a daily basis because it weighs us down. When you're in it, you can forget the specialness of our neighborhoods because they are so hard to take care of. But I was walking down the street yesterday, just randomly. I was on Webster Street, just walking to my car, and I noticed there was this shotgun house, and it would look like any other uptown shotgun house. It had cute Eastlake stuff on the front, But the side of it, the windows had these beautiful window frames, very ornate, on the side of the house. You'd never notice them necessarily. And I just thought to myself, every one of these houses has unique features. They're all individual pieces of art. That's so freaking cool. Like that we get to live amongst that and that you all get to sell these properties. They're very unique and they're just special. They're irreplaceable.
I agree with everything you said. But it is a grind sometime. Mm-hmm. How do we lean in? How do we get our clients to lean in? What should we tell them? Besides, this is a piece of art. This isn't just a lot of work with wood siding here that you got to deal, or you got to pull off all this vinyl that somebody screwed up on the sides.
Yeah.
And sash windows are great. You don't want those modern vinyl windows.
Right.
What would you tell? What would you, if Danielle was with me on a showing, what would she tell me how would she instruct me to talk to the client about that?
Well, I think there's two things specifically that you can appeal to with homeowners. The first is you don't have to live here if you're voluntarily coming into this community. It's like moving next to a bar and then being mad when it's loud in the middle of the night. You can go somewhere else. You're not going to have the beauty of the neighborhoods. You're not going to have the local businesses everywhere and the local restaurants and the walkability, So if you want to opt in, you get all those benefits, but there are trade-offs. That's life. But the second thing is that practically, it's an investment that is good. It's a good investment. There is upfront costs, but like any good investment, maybe it costs more on the front end, but it lasts longer and is good longer. So again, you could take out the 100-year-old windows and replace them, but you're going to have to replace them again with whatever new thing you bought in 15 years, and you're going to replace them again and again. And so A historic property is an ecosystem. And when you take out certain pieces and put in new, it kind of changes the ecosystem and maybe it messes it up. So a historic house is an investment that will pay off. And if you look at, I love that data. That was so fascinating. I wish I could watch that every week. If you look at the data, houses in historic districts perform 20% or more higher compared to new construction homes or any other homes on average. So if you are in a National Register historic district, you are going to see better resale value overall. That's just the facts. Yep. And so it's an investment, but it will pay off.
Well, we are so grateful for everything you all have done, everything the PRC does. A bunch of us are going to get a historic home certification.
Great.
I think you kind of, it was like we haven't talked about that in a while. We've done things over the years, and it was time to go back there. So talk about what the people who are coming with us for that day at the PRC to get the historic home CEs, by the way. Mm-hmm. You get CE credit for it. What is that going to look like? What does that include?
Luckily for you, it's not just forms. It's going to be a lot
We're tired
more
of
fun.
Forms.
Yeah, y'all are tired of forms. It's actually really fun. And I'm, an architecture nerd, so I'm biased, but y'all are in real estate. You clearly nerd out on this stuff too. But you're going to learn about the history of New Orleans. You're going to learn about the materials and how they came to these houses. Where did barge board come from? How were these buildings put together by craftsmen all these years ago? And then how do you maintain them in a way that's practical, but doable? I'll be the first person to say that hardy plank is a fine material, and nationally, my peers rag on me for that because they're like, oh, that's not a pure replacement. But we have to be practical.
Right.
We have to, this is the real world, and we have insane humidity and termites and all of that, and hardy plank is great. And sun,
and
yeah.
Things.
So you're going to learn the practical side of it, you're going to learn the history, and you're going to learn the weird nuance, which I'm sure you already know from so many years of practice, but we have the HDLC, but it seems like every single district has different rules and regulations, and that is wildly confusing. So we're going to go in depth with y'all about what can be done where, what cannot be done, what requires permission. And then unfortunately, we are all in the same boat in terms of safety and permits, which is just good luck, get in line, I'll see you in 6 months. And we get calls about that every day at the PRC, and I wish I had recommendations.
The magic wand?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's somebody who wants to change that who wanted to say a couple words and thank you for your service. Do we have anyone here as a special guest? Anybody back there that could fix safety and permits?
Fix safety and permits. Aww. You made it. Yay!
All right, everybody. Hey! This voice with pluses.
Great to see you.
Our state senator and next mayor, God willing.
Hey, brother. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Absolutely.
Well, he's got a mic. He's got a mic on, actually.
Do I have
one? I think that was yours. It's fine.
Well, first of all, good morning, Keller Williams. And, you talk about losing one of the good ones. But I know we're not losing you.
No.
Right? We're just sharing you now.
Yes.
When I got the news that Danielle would be leaving, it was a shock. But, for several reasons, not just because what it was going to mean to PRC, but the family connection we share with the school that our children attend. And I just knew that it would be a huge loss for New Orleans. But, we are just still happy for you and Ramsey and your children and the next journey that you guys are going to be going on. We do understand y'all going to be keeping the house in New Orleans.
We are.
Right?
We're not selling our house.
They're only renting.
She'll be back.
Yeah, so we're letting you kind of venture out there, learn more, do more in Florida, and we expect to have you back in a few years. All right, that's how it goes typically in New Orleans. But I'm so glad that the Dusons are doing this for you. It's well deserved. You've given so much to this community. You've been a great leader for our preservation community and just our community in general. So I have a little something that I'd like to present to you if I can. This is a proclamation from the Louisiana Senate honoring Danielle del Sol, who has served as Executive Director of the Preservation Resource Center of New Orleans since 2018. We know that you had been there longer, but your Executive Director role culminates 7 years of leadership that saw transformative growth across programs and historic preservation initiatives. Whereas under her stewardship, PRC expanded its mission by incorporating Save Our Cemeteries as a dedicated department. You launched the Revival Grants Program to assist low and moderate income homeowners and spearheaded restoration efforts such as the revival of the historic Preservation Hall in Armstrong Park. Whereas Danielle also contributed significantly to the field at large, co-authoring publications like Building on the Past, Saving Historic New Orleans, and Painting the Town, The Importance of Color in Historic New Orleans Architecture, and serving on the boards of the National Trust for Historic Preservation, National Preservation Partners Network, and Preservation Action. Whereas the Board of Directors, led by President Hartley Crunk, expressed profound gratitude for her stewardship, citing, "We can't thank Danielle enough for everything she's done for the PRC and preservation in New Orleans." Whereas Danielle's last official day with the PRC was July 11th, marking the conclusion, only for a moment, the conclusion of a remarkable era of leadership and community impact. And whereas Danielle will step into a new role as President and CEO of the Preservation Foundation of Palm Beach, continuing her passion of conserving architectural and cultural heritage in Florida, an organization equally committed to education, advocacy, and historic preservation. Now, therefore, I, State Senator Royce Duplessis of the state of Louisiana, do hereby commend and celebrate Danielle for her visionary, tireless leadership at the PRC, her integrity, and her dedication to community-led preservation. We wish you all the best. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
Here, let's see. You need a picture?
Lauren's gonna get one. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me your.
Thank you. Thank you. This is only the millionth time I've cried.
No.
Okay. Wait, get Ramsey too.
You see,
He's already drinking. Look at him.
yeah.
Irishman.
Hey, my brother.
All right, well, as we pass around some champagne, there's a couple other gifts.
I'm gonna miss them most in the carpool line, by the way. That's what I'm gonna miss y'all most.
Ramsey, we didn't want to forget about you.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody knows Ramsey, but Ramsey's done a lot for Louisiana public schools. He's done a lot for infrastructure in the city, and we just thought a small gift for you for as you get used to your new life in Palm Beach, Florida, yachting etiquette. And then Danielle, we thought you needed something.
That's adorable.
Something for your office
love it.
that would remind you of home.
Oh my gosh, it's so special.
So, yes, we really. We wanted everyone to know where home really is for you. As soon as they walk in your office, kind of the New Orleans middle finger to everybody in Palm Beach, Florida. Love your friends in New Orleans. So,
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
all right. Do we have some glasses of champagne? Everybody got something? Well, here. There you go. Well, Royce, that was pretty clutch. His proclamation from the Senate.
You said you were clutch.
Yeah.